I'm grounded in compassion, centered in compassion, 'cause the most important person is me.
Hi, welcome to Real Life, Real Compassion. We got the movie Michael Jackson coming up. Oh, wow. I'm excited because in this Real Life, Real Compassion, we're going to be talking about real stuff that matters in our lives today. This is a space where we talk about the stress, the frustration, the emotional weight we carry, and also the growth, the moments of joy, of motivation, and self awareness, and even the quiet stuff happening within us. Because we're not talking about perfection here, we're talking about being human, real people living real lives, learning how to meet it all with compassion. So, today, about Mike. With that upcoming release of this movie, I'm so excited. Many of us are revisiting the life of Michael Jackson, and I am just really curious. It got me thinking that no matter where people land, that there's something we can all feel, that this was a life under constant pressure. And it raises a real question. What does it do to a human being to never get a break from being on? We're always on our grind, always doing, always being, all day, every day, seen by many, but not safe. This kind of existence can be really hard on our system if you think about it. So, as I'm making my way to see him, I was just thinking, we know not just, from experience, but from science that when the brain perceives stress, it activates the systems designed for survival, not for connection. And research in emotional neuroscience shows us that during stress, the brain releases hormones like adrenaline and others that prepare the body for threat. And those experiences get deeply encoded in the memory through the amygdala. That means that the more intense and repeated the pressure, the more the body begins to remember life as something to brace itself against. Is that the way we want to live? Because this matters, because the nervous system doesn't ask, is this fame? Is this leadership? Is this responsibility? It simply asks, am I safe? Or do I need to protect? These are, entire models that work around the vagus nervous system and the autonomic nervous system to regulate, our responses, whether we can stay open, connected, and socially engaged, or whether we shift into defense and shut down. So when someone lives under constant scrutiny, their system may organize around hypervigilance, reactivity, withdrawal, or survival based on behaviors, not as a flaw, but as an adaptation. And we see this in Mike. Now, let's bring this closer because this isn't just about a global icon. Have you ever felt like you had to hold it together no matter what? You couldn't afford to break down. You were performing a version of yourself while carrying something very different inside. That's not celebrity. That's really chronic stress. Let's think about it this way. Here's what's important. Modern neuroscience and psychology both confirm that our emotional and physical experiences are deeply connected. When emotional processing systems are disrupted or overwhelmed, it doesn't just affect feelings, it impacts decision making, our behavior, and thus our relationships. And in many cases, what we call behavior is actually the body trying to manage what it can't resolve. So this is where, again, what I teach, CBCT, brings us back into alignment. Module 4 teaches self-compassion, and it allows us to meet our pain, meet our circumstances with understanding instead of judgment. And then Module 5 deepens that. We begin to reinterpret our experiences through a lens of shared humanity. So instead of asking, what's wrong with me? We ask, what has my system been trying to carry without support? Think about it, because what we often label as being too sensitive, too reactive, too much, may actually be a nervous system shaped by repeated emotional intensity. Research shows that emotionally charged experiences are stored more vividly, and they can contribute to influence our present behavior even when the original situation has actually passed. So the reaction isn't random, it's remembered. Remember, Mike couldn't even sleep for this. So here's your reflection for this week. The next time something rises up strongly in you, pause and gently ask, what might my body be protecting me from right now? Don't judge it. Don't try to fix it. Just awareness, because awareness is the beginning of compassionate action. This week in our Compassion Pauses series, we've been kind of practicing returning to moments of nurturance, helping the body experience something different. Not just survival, but safety. So as conversations come up around this film, we don't have to rush to judgment. We can choose something deeper: curiosity, understanding, and compassion. Because every human being has a nervous system, and every nervous system has a story. So if this resonates with you today, we continue these conversations inside the Compassion Center community, where we practice emotional hygiene together. You should join us. Until then, from all of us at Compassion Center, may your heart stay open, your spirit stay at peace, and may you live each day as a vessel of love, fully alive, fully free. Go check out the movie. It's awesome.
I'm grounded in compassion, centered in compassion, 'cause the most important person is me.